What is going on, everybody? My name is Nathan, and this is Salty Productions. Now, today I wanted to cover this week's Tavern Brawl in Hearthstone, and mostly because I think that it is possibly the most fun and or just the best Tavern Brawl that Blizzard has released so far. Top two, you get to choose 2 cards to fit into your deck, and your deck is filled with 15 cards of each of them. And what has happened within this Tavern Brawl is a really interesting meta has developed where people have found ridiculous combos such as Mech Warper Metaltooth Leaper gives you basically a turn 2 to a turn 3 full board with mechs that have 6+ attack. There have been other more control-oriented decks, such as Mana Wyrm Arcane Missiles or Mana Wyrm Frost Nova. But what's really interesting about this Tavern Brawl is just the way that you can take this very simple concept of having 2 cards, and how you can just create a deck that destroys off of 2 seemingly non-threatening cards. Now, this Brawl deck I've only played once, and I got 1 win out of it. So we're playing Evolve into Annoy-O-Tron, and the point of this deck is to basically stop the decks that cast huge guys such as perhaps Yogg-Saron, or perhaps the Priest with the Deathwing that'll summon all of your other dragons, which is ridiculous. Hopefully the Taunt and Divine Shield on Annoy-O-Tron will be enough to just sort of halt that aggro. Against decks like Mech Warper Metaltooth Leaper, maybe not, but the point is to sort of use up the Divine Shield on your Annoy-O-Tron, keep summoning totems, and keep evolving them into what I hope to be is a formidable board presence. So we're going to go ahead and find a match here. The previous game that I just won with this deck against was actually a Warlock that ran Mistress of Pain into Power Overwhelming, which I think my deck performed very well against, because the point of having Power Overwhelming is that you sort of get that massive burst damage in, but I was, just because of how annoying Annoy-O-Tron is, I was able to stop his combo from going off, and it led into Fatigue, which I think might be how most of these games end up. I know that there are, there's Mill Druid, where you run Naturalize into Cold Light Oracle, which is pretty crazy. Oh, that is an interesting card back. I don't know. I've never seen that card back before, but we're going to go ahead and do turn 1 Annoy-O-Tron. And I think one of the reasons why this Tavern Brawl is so popular is because it's such a narrow. I don't know how to phrase this. I guess it's just something that's super easy to sort of wrap your head around, and it allows for possibly infinite combinations where you're sort of trying to deck build your way to the best deck. So we're going to play another Annoy-O-Tron. This Shaman hasn't played any of his cards yet, so I'm wondering what he has in store. It could be anything at this point. Shamans typically, I believe, can run Elemental Destruction into Volcanic Drake. That's actually something on Reddit that I saw that's supposedly a direct counter to Mech Warper Metaltooth Leaper, which in my opinion is still one of the most powerful card combinations in this Tavern Brawl so far. But I've also seen the Priest decks with Deathwing just crush, in addition to Yogg-Saron with Druid, where you just run a bunch of Innervates. I think you could actually run a bunch of Innervates into Deathwing for Druid as well. That's a possibility. But I think if maybe if we play a match here and it doesn't go so well, I think I might actually switch to something more in the meta, quote unquote. Probably run Mage with Mana Wyrm Arcane Missiles. And this guy's roping on turn 2, as if there are a lot of decisions to make here. You literally have 2 cards in your hand, dude. So let's just sort of, okay, I think this guy might have DC'd actually, because his Totemic Call didn't even use that. So we're going to go ahead and play another Annoy-O-Tron. And I think definitely going to swing, and I think we'll actually keep them for now. Just in case he's running Elemental Destruction, I want to keep the Divine Shield. And once he actually does something, I need to find out more information about his deck, if he's actually here, before I make any decisions whether to evolve. So for the meantime, we're just going to keep playing Annoy-O-Trons. And I think he might have just AFK'd based off of the fact that I'm playing Annoy-O-Trons. That's awesome. Or just a DC, I'm not really sure. There we go. Okay, so we have target dummy into evolve. Into evolve. Target dummy. Target dummy. Target dummy. Yup. Okay. A bunch of target dummies. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to do that. We're going to kill 2 of these. I think I'm going to play... So that'll be 6 annoy-o-trons, and we're going to go into... we'll do 6 annoy-o-trons into 2 evolves. I think that'll be sufficient. So, let's see. So we have 4-2, 2-2. Menu with spell damage. Okay, and then we're going to evolve twice. So part of the fun that is this deck is actually just sort of rolling the dice on your cards. And seeing, like, for example, I actually had the 5-5, which transforms into, or not transforms, it was the 5-5 that makes your cards cost 5. Oh, pretty much a mirror match then. Alright, well played. I think the fact that he DC'd on that turn just, like, delayed his target dummies. Unless he was just trying to, here, I'm going to open this pack really quick. Unless he was just trying to delay until he could have all of his target dummies out at once and then evolve. I'm not really sure. But I'm going to go ahead and just purchase the Old God card here. Golden Common. All right. And back into Tavern Brawl. So I think I'll play, let's see, fight out one more match here. And then I might switch to Metalworm Arcane Missiles. I feel like Metalworm Arcane Missiles is so successful because both cards actually on their own have very, very good value. Arcane Missiles is actually a pretty ridiculous spell for only costing 1 mana, in addition to another mirror match, I'm guessing, in addition to Mana Worm, which by itself just crushes people. We'll keep 1 evolve and hopefully get 3 Annoy-O-Trons. I'm going to definitely coin out Annoy-O-Tron. I think that's always the best play. It's always basically based around the opponent's turn 1, though, how they are going to play into their second turn. So we're going to coin Annoy-O-Tron. And if, actually, if Annoy-O-Tron doesn't work out against certain decks, then I might switch to the Murloc that summons a 1/1, because that will give Evolve more value, if anything, but it just doesn't have the Divine Shield taunt, which I think... so I'm guessing he'll play 2 or 3 minions and then evolve. No, probably 2 minions at most and then evolve. See, the thing about, like, I think it's such an advantage to have coin because, like, this guy has to wait forever to actually, like, do his stuff here. So I think I might do Annoy-O-Tron into my first evolve. Or I might just keep... I think I'm actually going to keep... Because the Divine Shield blocks against pretty much anything that the Shaman could play. And I'm sort of assuming that he's just running sort of a mirror match evolve as well. But I don't know. So the O2 taunt, I can keep doing... Okay. So we're going to do more Annoy-O-Trons. And I think that doesn't matter which minions I use to attack here. So here will be the turn where he plays a bunch of stuff, if anything. If he doesn't play a lot, then I'm pretty much good to just start evolving, because I can fit in actually 4 evolves here. Oh my gosh. So, we're going to actually kill this, being I'm only wasting 2 damage as it is. So I'm going to... I think, is it worth it to play... Definitely worth it to play the totem and then evolve 3 times. So we're going to evolve into there. We're going to evolve into there. We're going to evolve into... Huh, okay. We're going to evolve a 3rd time. And we have Tunturine. So this is actually a really good spot to be in for the evolve minions. A 7/6 for 5. And if I have any beasts. Elemental Destruction, of course. Okay, so what is the second card then? Elemental Destruction. So I'm thinking I could still play around this. Oh, and then just Volcanic Drake. Okay, so he's running the anti-mech Orcrit deck, essentially. I think that's actually game for me then. So that's interesting. Okay. Alright, so we'll do one more match with Annoy-O-Tron, but then I actually kind of want to, you know what, actually, I'll cancel this just for the sake of seeing if it'll work, which is half of the fun of these kinds of decks, in my opinion. I want to look up is it just Murloc Raider? I can't remember the two. Murloc Tidehunter, that's what it is. Okay. But just having that Divine Shield taunt is so nice for the same amount of mana that you would spawn an extra minion. Because I feel like the problem isn't actually making minions to evolve into. I think it's more of a problem of protecting against the combos. Another Shaman. Holy crap. This is the first time that I've run into this many Shamans. Like, this has been Shaman straight. So hopefully we get another Murloc Tidehunter. Okay, just another evolve. So I do go first, and I can't do anything. So I'm guessing he'll coin out a 2-drop, or not, alright. Murloc Tidehunter. So I'm guessing this guy's going to think that I'm running a Murloc deck, so he might throw some aggro onto these guys, but that also depends on what he has. Alright, so ideally, alright, so this is actually perfect. So we can go like that, and we can go like that, summon one, and then evolve. And we should have a decent amount of value that we have just started here. We don't have the beefy stats quite yet, but I'm thinking next turn, if these guys survive, yeah, I think this guy is running Elemental Destruction, another combo. There's no really way to play around that, I think. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually kill this guy. So we're going to kill that guy. Spawn... No, actually. I think I might just run face. That'll spawn another one, and then... Yeah, alright. So we'll just go face. And then we'll do Murloc Tidehunter, and we'll evolve twice. So hopefully we can get some beefier stats here that might survive. Oh, okay. Wild Pyro. Sludge Belcher is nice, if he has a ridiculous minion to play. Let's see. So yeah, Elemental Destruction into Volcanic Drake. God, that's such a good deck against aggro. I'm just gonna see if I can actually evolve into a taunt here. No. Alright. Well, that is like the least fun deck ever. Aggro is definitely the deck to be going with here, in terms of just the level of the amount of fun that you might have. So I'm thinking, actually going to Mage. I want to try out Worm into Arcane Missiles, and I want to see how that works. I'm not entirely sure. There's very little card draw with Mage, so like if you ran Mana Worm into Arcane Missiles with the Warlock hero power, I think you'd just be unstoppable, frankly, because you're drawing 2 cards every turn. Now obviously that's not going to happen, but because I'm thinking basically what you get is within the first 3 turns you're going to have essentially a hand size of approximately 6. So on average, if you get 3 Mana Worms out of that, 3 Arcane Missiles, you're going to end up with 3 3/3s on turn 6, if I'm sort of running that math right. So Druid can be anything. Druid can run Mill, Druid can run Innervate, so that is kind of scary, and I think we're going to launch both Mana here. Get the coin out, get that 2/3 right away, and I'm going to run 2 Arcane Missiles, and he concedes. Alright, well played. Well played, my friend. Alright. I'm thinking 2 more matches here. Not that that was actually like a match. But I could actually get... Oh, I think I actually already got my daily quest there with winning with Shaman. But I do have to get wins with Mage, so might as well just play more Mage. I think, yeah, this Tavern Brawl is definitely going to go down as one of the top Tavern Brawls, along with the Major Domo. Well, actually, the first Tavern Brawl was Major Domo into, versus Nefarious, I think? I think that's just one of those Tavern Brawls that not a lot of people are going to forget. And there are also definitely the Web Spinner Tavern Brawl was super popular. So I think this is also going to be one of the super popular ones that hopefully will make quite a lot of comebacks. So we're going to do Mana Worm, Coin, Mana Worm. And turn 2 we can do 2 Arcane Missiles to hopefully destroy anything that he has. I'm not really sure what Warlocks can run. Warlocks can run Mistress of Pain into... I actually faced a guy who was running the Give a Demon +2/+2, I think? I don't remember. Let's see. Discard a random card. So I think he's going for Fist of Jaraxxus. So we're gonna do. Let's see. We're gonna do Arcane Missiles. I kind of have to. Okay, so that's discard, draw a card, and we'll do. We'll just do. I kind of want to save my Arcane Missiles though, so I'm going to actually develop more this turn. I'm thinking his Fist of Jaraxxus is probably going to hit one of the worms though. So I don't know if that developing was actually a little bit of a waste, but the Mana Worms are going to stay at 3 health regardless, so it was pretty much develop or basically just, I mean, that card was basically wasted at that point. Discard Fist of Darkshire, okay. Well, we can definitely get something super fun going here, so we're just going to use all 3. And we're going to swing at face and end the turn. And we're going to deal 12 damage. So he is on a turn to actually 11, so it's 15. So he's at 2 health. And we're in a good spot. So, granted that the Warlock doesn't have healing, I can actually just finish him off with my hero power regardless of what he does. So we're in pretty much a GG spot at this point. So just gotta wait, see what he's gonna do. Try to fire some rockets in the meantime. Alright, here comes the concede. Well played. So that's just a good example of how you can just pull out a ridiculous turn 3 win. And then I think finishing up here, I do need one more win with Mage, but I'm just going to also, because this is one of the more fun Tavern Brawls to play, plus I can get my Hunter to level 40, is Mech Warper into Metal. Oh, that's right, I don't have Metal Tooth Leaper. I'll craft that, sure. Sure. Being I can disenchant stuff. Alright. This is almost like the cancer of this Tavern Brawl. That and Arcane Missiles Mage. There was a mage, there is also a mage I think where you run Ice Block into, you could do Doomsayer. Otherwise, if you wanted something a little bit more aggro, you run, well, I did have a friend who ran Mad Scientist into Ice Block, and that just pretty much ends in Fatigue. Alright, so I want to trade out a Metal Tooth to see if I can get a Mech Warper. Alright, excellent. So turn 1, I can't do anything, so we'll just pass. If this guy is running Worm into Arcane Missiles, I think I might be in a bad spot, mostly because he just has coin. Probably. I can't do anything right now. Actually, he can just kill that right away, so I think we'll end the turn. We'll see what he has, just to see what he has, but I'm pretty sure this is actually done. Mana Worm into... yeah, alright. So this deck is more effective against something like an Innervate deck, or something a little bit more slow, but against, I think, against fellow aggro decks, it might not be as good just because it takes basically turn 3 is when you amass your entire board. Otherwise, that's sort of where you play that Shaman Elemental Destruction into Volcanic Drake. which is super annoying. Call me Stampy.
Let the hunt begin. Bring it on.
Bring it on. Okay, we have 2 mech warpers, 1 metal tooth leaper. I wish I could actually... it is... Oh, I'm thinking even with coin, it's still a turn 3 where you have to amass your entire board. But I'm thinking that we're also facing a metal tooth leaper deck, being that's one of the only decks that Hunter can pull off, I think. Unless he's got something like a fiery bat. But let's see, we'll do mech warper. He knows what this deck is. We both know what this deck is. So definitely turn 3, you need the 3 mech warpers, and you can play Metal Tooth for free. So he's going to coin out mech warper, and he has his board. Okay. So pretty much whoever gets coin wins. And we're going to do our own thing. So, can we actually survive? So that's,
Well played.
Okay, a little cut in editing there, but basically just completely got wrecked that match, and I had received a phone call, so I didn't want to obviously include that in the recording. But I'm going to do one more try with Mech Warper Metal Tooth Leaper. And, you know, I think it has really come down to just whoever receives the coin wins, frankly. Specifically with this deck. This might be... So, Warrior actually might just be a Whirlwind... Whirlwind, what's the card? Whirlwind in Armorsmith. Which actually exponentially gives you armor, excuse me, because you, oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous how much armor you can actually have. Target dummy, okay, so, well, that's interesting. Interesting. I have not seen this combination. This is, I'm curious to see what he brings out. So what else could you include with target dummy that would be effective in Warrior? Oh. That makes sense. Okay, well, I am going to just use hero power. Interesting, target dummy into bolster. That would actually be a decent combination. But if I draw another mech warper here, I can definitely pull off the combo. I think he can probably clear. So, let's see, I can do Mech Warper, so that'll cost 1, so then these will still cost 1. So I still need 3 Mech Warpers, though, which is kind of annoying. That means I'm probably going to take 6, 12, 16 damage. 16 damage into, and we'll play another bolster. Alright, well this sucks. This is garbage. So, oh goddammit, I just lose. I just frickin' lose. One more game. Gotta win with this deck. I gotta get Hunter level 40. Target dummy bolster. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Like, or you could even do Annoy-O-Tron into bolster, except that the target dummies you can just sort of spam, which is kind of nice. But I mean, again, that deck loses to basically Elemental Destruction Shaman, so... I mean, what deck doesn't lose to Elemental... Oh, actually, Deathwing Priest, for sure. And this guy is running, for sure, Mana Worm Arcane Missiles. So, unfortunately, I'll just keep these. So, I am going first, which sucks. That is so important to get the coin. Because that means basically a turn 2 combo where you have all 3 mechs out. So he does not have anything on his first turn, so we're going to do that. And I have the combo ready to go if this guy will just survive. That's pretty much all that matters at this point. What can he play on turn 2? He has coin, so he can play a 3-drop. And okay, so now so I can play the combo. And I can actually use hero power. So, what could he have? He could do Arcane Explosion, Coin Arcane Explosion, but I can't think of anything that could actually wipe the board at only 3 mana. So I think it's either a Concede here. Oh. 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 Well, if this is Ice Block, which I am 100% sure it is, then that means this guy is going to be a complete douche, and this is going to go into Fatigue, which is annoying. So that means we have basically 5 minutes to talk about whatever. How is this guy going to win? I don't understand. Like, alright, so I pop his Ice Block every turn, right? So that's going to do... Oh. I think I should have done Hero Power and then... So, I mean, I'm pretty much just going to save my cards here, but like, what's the second card? Like, how is he going to win? Fatigue damage, okay, but is he going to, like, board wipe? Oh, I wonder if he has Flame Strike. But that's still, like, I have Hero Power. Okay, we'll pop that. It's probably almost guaranteed to be Flame Strike. And so he has board wipes. I mean, I would have run Doomsayer myself, I guess. Fireball into what? Fireball Ice Block? So he's... Well, that's dumb. Are you kidding me, man? So what is he going to do? Just... So he can only have a maximum of... So he has to play... He can only play 1 Fireball per turn, though. If he keeps playing the Ice Block, he has to keep playing the Ice Block, right? So 1 Fireball per turn is going to... Oh. That is disgusting. This is absolutely atrocious. Well, that'll wrap up my Hearthstone Tavern Brawl video for today, guys. What a disaster.
Well played.
Oh my gosh. That guy can S a D. Alright, so that was the video for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you ever leave a rating on the video, feel free to subscribe if you enjoy my content. And... that last match left a terrible taste in my mouth. That was so bad. Alright, I'll see you guys later. And that'll be all. And hopefully, I'll see all of you in the next video.